Chosen ones, where you are, chosen ones and soul ties, all right? And the mistakes some chosen ones make in a relationship. Let's talk about that, all right? And how to break the soul tie that you have with your exes, and how to let go of your ex, all right, and move on in life. Let's talk about that because this is so important, all right? Great. No one knows how long any given relationship is going to last. No one knows that, all right? And no one also stay with you forever. Whatever you are not born with, that you've gotten in this life, or you've acquired, or you've achieved in this life, can leave you at any point in time in your life, all right? You got to know that, okay? The mistake a lot of chosen ones make is that a lot of chosen ones knows the power that they have, and they know that they have influence on people, and their life, can change the life of others, right? That is the belief of most chosen one, which is factual, okay, which is true in itself. So a lot of chosen ones, they go into relationship, with a mindset that even if the person is not having a good attitude, a good character, good habit, good behavior, or whatever, their positive life is going to have effect on their life positively, and with time they're going to change the person, all right? That is the mindset of most chosen ones. But I'm telling you, this is a very huge mistake that most chosen ones always make, and they get it wrong in a relationship. I am able to give this advice and say all these sort of things because I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've been through that, and I know what it takes to go through such a thing, and I know the mindset I was having then to go through such a thing and to come out of such a thing. And that is why I'm doing this video, to help my brothers and sisters and my fathers, my mothers, or whoever watching this video, whether you older than me, or you are my age mate, you are my peer, or I'm older than you. It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is the knowledge and the experience that we keep sharing, which is so important, learning from each other, and then we keeping on growing and becoming a better version of ourselves. So that is a very huge mistake that a lot of chosen ones make, the mindset that they can change someone. You cannot change someone if the person does not allow himself or herself to be changed. You cannot change the person. Human beings are dynamic, they can change, but human beings needs time to change. And we are all in our time and season, okay? Your time and season for you to change is different from someone's time and season for him or her to change. So it's going to differ. So sometimes you're going to waste your whole life thinking someone is going to change for you, going to be a better version, because there is a saying that people have been saying that there is no perfect relationship, but if you want a good relationship, it is built. Yeah, that is true, but it's true that we build a relationship, but you cannot build a person or build with a person who is not allowing himself or herself to be built up. All right, you got to know that when you try to do that, it is going to lead to waste of effort, waste of resources, waste of time and attention and energy. All right, and that is very detrimental, is very dangerous to you as a chosen one, because during all this time that you are expecting the person to change, you are developing love for the person emotionally, psychologically, physically, spiritually, biologically, and whateverly. All right, so with time you become so much attached to the person, and now when the person start cheating or try to pull away from you, it leads to what we call broken heart. All right, you become hurt so much, you feel the pain, because to you have a positive mindset for the person, right? The person who suffers in a breakup so much is the person who puts in much energy thinking he or she can change the other party. therefore putting much of his time, his energy, his resources, money, and everything, like investing into the person, like loving the person more than even himself or herself. All right. So at the end of the day, if the person, you don't get the result that you want, the person doesn't become the person you want him or her to be, it leads to disappointment, it leads to pain, it leads to hurt. All right. And as if that is not enough, some people are even going to, cheat on you and move on with different guy or different lady or whatever. Okay. And it becomes so hurting and frustrating. This can lead to depression. In fact, this can lead to, some even it leads to mental health issues and a whole lot of psychological stuff that some people have to even, be in a rehabilitation or have to go to guidance and counseling and a whole lot of things to come out of it. It's not easy. All right. I know how it is. It is very painful and hurting. Okay. So I understand if you're going through this thing, I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about, right? It's not easy, but that is a huge mistake that you are making. And if you can correct yourself now, if you are into that situation or you've passed through that situation, you can share your experience with us. If you are going through that situation right now, I'm telling you that you cannot change the person. Everybody and the time he or she is going to change. The time you want the person to change, that is not the time the person is going to change. So it's going to lead to disappointment at the end of the day, or rejection or betrayal or something like that. It is not the person's fault. It is your fault for thinking for someone, for thinking that you can't change the person. All right. You cannot change anybody. Take note of that. You can only change yourself as a chosen one. You can only love yourself and become a better version of yourself as a chosen one. You cannot make others to become better version of themselves as chosen. You see, the thing is, you cannot change anybody. You cannot teach anybody. You can only inspire what is in people. Right? This video that I'm doing, it's not that I'm trying to change you, or I'm trying to teach you something. I'm only inspiring what is in you. All right. That is why it's not everybody that is going to agree with me. People are going to subscribe and unsubscribe. All right. Because sometimes what I will say is not in you. All right. So to you, it's going to be nonsense to you. Right. To someone, it's going to make sense to the person, because what I'm saying resonates with the person, is in the person. All right. And that is it. That is why Galileo said, you cannot teach anybody. You can only inspire what is in them. That is why when we were in school, a child that is not good in mathematics, there is nothing you can do, because mathematics is not in him or her already. If mathematics is in him or her already, with little effort, the person just pick it out, will start solving the thing for himself or herself. All right. What is in the person? Immediately you say something that rekindles or resonates with the person, boom, the person will get inspired action, and the person, his or herself will start doing the thing. All right. And that is how it is. Okay. So if it is not in the person to be a good person, no matter what you do, the person cannot change to be a good person. If it is in people to do evil, no matter what you say, no matter what you talk, they're gonna do evil. And that is how it is. All right. These are facts that you got to accept, that you got to know as a chosen one, that you cannot change people, but you can only change yourself. All right. So let's say it happened that way. You commit all these mistakes, and well, the person rejects you, or it leads to disappointment or betrayal or something. All right. Cheating, and you got to call the relationship off, and you call the relationship off, but you are emotionally attached to the person, psychologically, spiritually, morally, socially, and mentally, orderly, you are attached to the person. All right. So now it becomes hard for you to let go of the person, to forget about the person, and that is what becomes like a soul tie or something, So this is what you do. The number one key to do that, okay, to let go of the person or to break that soul tie, everything is a mindset. So you got to learn to keep yourself busy, right? Occupying yourself. Okay, if you don't occupy yourself, that sort of memories and stuff will be coming into your head. All right, so occupy yourself with things that are purposeful, things that are productive. Maybe you want to build your muscle, go register for the gym and start building your muscle to keep yourself busy. Maybe you want to continue with your education or a course or a program that you want to do. When you were with him or her, you've been saying, oh, I'll do this course, I'll do that. As the person break out with you, that is the time you got to use that time to advance yourself, to become a better version of yourself. Okay, so go on and pursue that thing. If you want to do a business, that is the time you got to read business book and start that business. All right, and start to take good care of yourself. So when you keep yourself busy, it is so easy to let go of the person. And when you are doing something productive and purposeful, you see that with time, that thing is going to pay off. And when you receive a huge breakthrough, I'm telling you, the breakthrough that you're going to receive is going to help you let go of everything, forget the person. You're going to see that rejection, disappointment, betrayal, hurting, and, all those pain are for your protection, are for your advancement in life. All right. And that is it. Okay. The next key you can use to break that soul tie, okay, is to forget about the positive aspect of the person. Okay, now figure out a negative aspect of the person. Find out something that disgusts you when you were with him or her. Okay, and focus on that thing. Put energy into that thing, and that is going to create some kind of disgustion. So it's going to disgust you, and you're not going to have that kind of love or that feeling for the person again. This is powerful. This is huge. Okay, maybe it could be a funny scent that you hear from him or her once a while, right? You focus on that and you say, after all, this thing, let me forget about her, let me forget about him. All right. Oh, you know the person, you've been with that person, so at least the person is going to have some negative side. You focus on that negative side to break off that. All right, great, because you become so attached, because you are only thinking about the positive aspects, the memories and stuff. But when you begin to give energy to the negative aspects, the person's weakness and stuff, is going to help you. All right, you tell yourself, oh, the beautiful ones are not yet born, the handsome ones are not yet born and stuff. Things like that are mindset to help you let go of him or her. All right, and that is exactly what I did. I created a discussion. I created a discussion between myself and the other party, and I stand on that. All right, I stand on that alone and say, okay, enough is enough. Boom. That's all. Okay, I just heard it from within. Enough is enough, and I focus that energy on that, and that is it. My enough is enough, and just so choosing one. That is it. That is how to let go of the person, to break that soul tie and forget about the person. All right, and move on. Work on your relationship with your Creator. Read your Bible, pray the more, fast the more. Get a living church, keep attending. And build your faith in God and keep on moving with your life. And I tell you, your life is gonna be worth it. All right, you're gonna make it. You're gonna blow up. Gonna level up, really. I'm telling you, that rejections, betrayals and stuff are for your protection and to help you improve and advance in life. All right, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm out.